this news conference is to just let everyone know that the Sheriff's Department, we don't want you to rush to judgment about the incident that occurred last night here in the city where we lost 3 people. Mind you that we respect the families and their privacy. We are really sorry for the loss of life. And I just would like to just put it out there that we are still in the early stages of the investigation. The investigation was initiated last night. It is not complete, and it is still ongoing. Witnesses have to be interviewed, and we just want everybody to be patient with us.
At this point, do we know anything about the people that were being followed, that were being pursued, the people in the pickup truck?
No, ma'am, not at this point. As I said, we will finish this as time will allow us. But it is still in the early stages. It is not complete. And we don't want anybody to just take aim and say, well, it was us, it was them, or whoever. So we still early part of this thing.
Well, and I know that a lot of people were talking about the fact that yesterday y'all actually had 2 pursuits that ended up in crashes. But talk about the situations under which your deputies pursue. What's your policy?
We have a policy, and the deputies are trained in that policy. And the policy it's not vague, it's straight and to the point. It starts at one point and ends at another point. In that policy, we are cognizant of the fact that during the pursuit, there is life, there is property, and we are mindful of that. That's the reason we don't really get in too deep with these pursuits, because you're talking a big extreme of life and things like that.
So are you calling it a chase, a pursuit?
No, ma'am, I'm not. No, ma'am, I'm not. And I'm not calling it anything but an ongoing investigation at this point. Like I said, it's still early. We're going to take our time with it, and we're going to be thorough with it. But at the same time, we want to be right with it.
Do you know anything about I know that at this point there are no charges pressed on the driver of that pickup truck. At this point, I know that'd be JPD's call, but do you guys have any say in that?
I think we'll work together on it. And I think by the 2 agencies working together, there'll be a conclusion at some time, at some point.
So was there a traffic stop involving that truck at all? Was there a roadblock near that intersection where the crash happened at all?
We had a checkpoint. We had a checkpoint, and without going into it, there was a checkpoint, and we were participating in that checkpoint.
Where was the checkpoint at?
Robinson Road near, I believe, I-220.
Is there any difference in what y'all did last night and what you've done any other time?
No, ma'am, just standard operating procedures. I mean, let me put it this way. If you are violating the law, there's no need to run. And just face it. I mean, you just can't drive around drunk or drive around with illegal tags or anything like that. And you have to be, aware that when you do that, you endanger the lives of everybody.
And for people who have no idea what happened, can you just bring some clarity to what happened last night from what you know?
The only thing I know is there was 3 people that lost their lives from a careless person. Now, if he was drunk or he had been drinking, I don't know that. And like I say, we are still in the early stages of this investigation.
So you don't know if deputies were chasing the man, and then that's how the accident occurred?
No, ma'am. I'm not saying that. I am saying, though, we're looking into everything. I am saying that, though.
Now, was it you guys conducting the checkpoint, or were there other agencies involved with you?
We were conducting the checkpoint. But, as I said, it's still in the early stages. I wasn't there. And we are interviewing our people thoroughly. I can promise you that. And we're also interviewing witnesses. So we will, we'll get to the bottom of it.
And will the driver face any charges, possibly?
If deemed, he will be. But at the same point in time, we'll do our work and JPD will do theirs.
Any information on the victims?
I don't know anything about them right now, other than we will respect their privacy, and we just ask that you all do the same thing.
Anything you want to clear up that maybe people are not understanding about what
The
happened?
only thing I will say, and it's like I said when we first started, is to give us our time to clean this up, to clear this up, and don't rush to judgment. Yes, there were lives lost, and we want to get to the bottom as to how they were lost, and that's what we're going to do.
Now, Sheriff, in the past when these things have occurred, there has been a lot of pushback from the community. I mean, you know, you've got people who are going to come out and be angry that this was the case. What do you have to say to them at this point?
Well, you know, everybody has their right to own opinion, and you can't stop people from talking. They're going to talk regardless, but at the same time, let's get the truth. Let's get the facts out first before you jump us, because it's not fair for you to look at this thing one-sided. That's not fair at all. So let's wait. Let's wait and let us do our job. Let the Jackson PD do their job, and we'll come out with I think, a clean conclusion on this.
So the high-speed chase was, will we say that's just a rumor right now, that a deputy was following the driver?
I wasn't there, but I will say that you will know the truth before it's over with.
Sheriff, have you had a chance to talk to any of the deputies that were working that checkpoint? Do you have any advice for them, knowing that this situation could be bothering them?
Well, the thing is, we have investigators that are trained to talk to them, and I don't get into that because I don't want it to be swayed that the sheriff, you know, just by his mere appearance, made me say this. So I'm kind of hands off it until they do that job.
But we can say that the driver was evading the checkpoint.
You can say that we are looking into that. You can say that we are trying to disperse all rumors. You can say that.
At this point, are you guys, or will JPD release the name of the driver of the truck?
I think in the coming days you'll get an official statement from both of us, our part of the investigation and the people driving, and what took place.
There were some deputies on scene last night. Had they left the checkpoint? Were they on their way to where the crash happened before the crash happened?
You know, I will say I don't know the deputies, what role they played while they're at that checkpoint. I don't know if they were the same ones at the checkpoint. I don't even know if they were just onlookers to even go see what was going on. But we're going to straighten all this out. We're going to straighten it out. And that's why I wanted to call this news conference, because, you know, you have the opinions of all that say that this, but I'd rather put it on paper and be clean with it.
And you don't know if the driver was drunk or he had something
I've not
illegal in
read
his vehicle?
No, ma'am. I've not read any reports on that because, as I said, it's not even complete yet.
How long does an investigation like this usually take?
You know, it has no time limits if you want it done right. You know, I'm not going to, I've told my guys, don't rush. Please don't. We want to complete it. We want it done right. So it's kind of like building a house. You don't want to do it overnight. You just want to make sure it's done right.
Okay. So JPD's calling it a chase. You all are not calling it a chase.
We're calling it an ongoing investigation.
Any other information you want to get out to the public, or any rumors that you want to clear up about
I would say just from the bottom of my heart that I am really sorry that this happened, and I mean that. And I ask that you pray for the families of the innocent, and you pray for us, you know, and you pray for everyone who was involved. But I'm really sorry that this happened.
And what process do you go by when you're dealing with something like this? Are you questioning deputies, or what's going on?
Oh yeah. You question everybody involved. You question the deputies. You question witnesses, and then you exchange information with everybody who was involved, so everybody's notes will be the same, and there won't be any discrepancies.
How long do you think this is going to take before you get those answers?
Who knows? Who knows? But as I said, we will do a thorough investigation.
And the condition of the driver, do you know?
I don't even know. No, ma'am.
All right, thanks, Sheriff.
Oh, thank you all.
Correction.
Yeah, we have one correction.
The location, is it
Robinson?
Officer Thomas Kitchings and?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Thomas Kitchings.
Thomas Kitchings and.
And was it I-220 in Thomas Kitchens?
That's where the wreck happened.
Okay.
The wreck happened
Yeah.
at Robinson
I thought
Road,
it was-
220. Is that right?
I thought it was Robinson Road with the 220 overpass.
That's where the.
Yeah, that's where the wreck occurred.
Okay.
The checkpoint was on Officer Thomas Catchings.
Okay.
Veteran.
Okay. My mistake.
Yeah.
My mistake. I live here.
Summer
don't
catches
even know.
and veterans.
Yes, yes, yes. Old ball field, as we used to call it. Yeah.
Anything else, Sheriff?
That's it, Patrice. That's it.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Thank
Sheriff.
you.